Hi, I'm Brent McGowan, and I will be breaking down the first midterm for CEE 300.
For Part A of this midterm, we had to do our Colby A index numbers. For Fact Finder, I scored a 6, which means I am more able to find facts. I need facts to start the project. For Follow-Through, I scored a 3, which means I'm easily able to adapt from situation to situation. For Quick Start, I scored a 6, which means I can improvise on just about any situation. And for Implementer, I scored a 6, which means I am more likely to begin working the three aspects of the mind: cognitive, conative, and affective. Cognitive deals with the learning information and process being obtained. Conative deals with the doing, based on the instincts of each mind. And the affective deals with the feelings and emotions. Conative characteristics. For Fact Finder, I scored a 6. An assistant fact finder does thorough research before taking actions on a text. Being insistent in this category, I will reduce the likelihood of having a mistake occur or an important aspects of the solution ignored. A resistive conative characteristic I have was follow-through, where I scored a 3. The advantage of this is I am easily able to adapt to new changes in a project. This helps a lot if a group member or so cannot pick up his side of the end and I have to start covering over for him. Cite an example of the City Corp Tower case where the fundamental canons of engineering may have conflicted with each other. Le Messier did not notify the public in and around the City Corp building about the risks that the building holds. This could be characterized as a deceptive act. At the same time, he acted as a faithful agent of Citicorp by not notifying anyone of the necessary repairs, other than those directly involved. The safety of the public could have been compromised by not telling them about the dangers, but at the same time, he protected by notifying the building inspectors, as well as the disaster relief agencies and the meteorologist. What makes engineering a profession? A profession is anything that, with a formal education, they deal with clients, they are able to obtain a license, and it is a paid occupation. Explain the rationality for professional licensing of engineering and the role of code of conduct in the profession. The code of conducts provide an ethical guide for professional engineers to adhere to. This guideline allows professionals to be held accountable for their actions that are not in line with the code. Professional licensing allows professionals to gain more benefits in exchange for the specialty knowledge that they hold. Interest rates. The nominal interest rate is the sticker rate. For example, a credit card with a 20% interest rate. Effective. The annual rate based on compounding periods. For example, a 20% interest compounded daily. The real rate. This is the final or future rate based on inflation. If inflation is higher than the effective rate, the real rate will be lower, which will be better for borrowers. A new highway bypass is proposed that will cost $200 million and carry 200,000 vehicles per day. The proposal calls for $1 per vehicle toll that will fund the construction and $5 million surfacing costs at the end of every 6 years. Part A, draw a cash flow diagram for the next 15 years. And Part B, depict the sensitivity of net present value with respect to the discount rate.
Part 1 of this problem, we are going to be looking at the cash flow diagram for the next 15 years. With an initial cost of $200 million for the bridge and a resurfacing fee of $5 million every 6 years. Every year, 200,000 people cross the bridge, paying $1 each, which equals $73 million a year for the 15 years, resulting in our cash flow diagram. In Part 2 of this problem, we will be graphing the net present value with respect to the discount rate, giving us this function. As we can see, if the discount rate is 0, the net present value will equal the future value.
When you break a promise, you should follow these 3 steps. First, you should admit that you made the mistake. Second is you should acknowledge the mistake. And the third is that you should commit to a solution. Note, do not commit to anything that you cannot honor. 4 characteristics of critique that contribute to a constructive peer review. You should specify where it is that improvement could be made. For empathy, put yourself in their shoes and try to understand the point they are trying to express. Provide solutions. Along with a specific area of opportunity, a possible solution or altercation should be recommended. And be respectful with all comments and recommendations provided. For user-centered writing, you should always keep the audience in mind. Also, it should always be tailored to the targeted audience. For system-centered writing, we should always keep the facts, data, and research in line. Also, we should lay out all the information as the original author sees it. That concludes this presentation. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video.